Hello everyone, and welcome to another News Coolum video and another charging site review. I'm on my regular 500-mile trip, and it seems like every time I make this trip, each way there's at least one new charger along the way that's opened up. I really can't keep up with them all. But this is a site that I previewed before, and it's actually gone online. It's the Electrify America site just off of I-5 on the Panoche Road. Basically, there's a bunch of different gas stations and restaurants and things like that. So just off of I-5, it's technically a Shell station that's hosting it. There's a Wayback Burger on the other side. There's a lot to do here, but this is the weekend leading up to Christmas, and it is super busy. All of the gas stations are full, all the gas stalls are full, but there are 3 available chargers left over. So I'm really impressed with this site. I knew I would be. The only thing that's sort of tragic about it is I had to almost manufacture a way for it to be part of my route, because it's almost at the exact halfway point, and that's just not typically where I would be charging. But other than that, it's really hard to argue. This is a great site. Just directly off of I-5, probably the most accessible Electrify America charger off of I-5 in terms of a fueling stop. And also, this is my first time using these Signet chargers, and I have to say I'm impressed. I don't really like the design of the chargers. I think they're a little odd looking compared to some of the other chargers, but they work really well. I'm impressed so far. The screens are responsive. The cords, everything, well, they're the same cords, but for whatever reason, it just seems like everything works pretty well with these Signet chargers. So I'm super impressed. The site has 2 350 kilowatt chargers and 250 kilowatt chargers, and then the one 50 kilowatt CHAdeMO head. So this is pretty standard. So there are only 4 chargers here, even though this is going to be a very popular fueling stop along Interstate 5. But overall, I'm really liking it. And yeah, it scored very highly, which, yeah, let's just talk about the site score. So in terms of access, it's hard to argue with being right off the freeway. The big issue here is there's no full pull-through parking, right? And that's an issue, it seems like, even for trucks, like gasoline-powered trucks that are coming here to fuel with their trailers. There's just not a lot of room to maneuver, and really, this is only going to be appropriate, I think, for small vehicles without a trailer that need to charge. Otherwise, you're going to have to pull over somewhere, detach your trailer, and then come back here and charge up. But otherwise, yeah, and the other thing that might impact an access score would just be if the chargers were blocked. But I'm super impressed. People here are treating these like fueling stations. Nobody's just parking in front of the gas pumps. Nobody's parking in front of these. So in fact, even when this whole bank of parking spaces was filled with gas-powered cars, all of them were not parking in front of any of the chargers or blocking any of the chargers. So hey, I'm super impressed. It's a 9 out of 10 for access. In terms of amenities, it's also kind of hard to argue with what you have available here. This is a travel stop. There are multiple restaurants. You're right next to the gas station. I could walk over, grab a squeegee, come over and wash my windows. In fact, I might do that if I have a minute or two left over. But yeah, all the amenities that you would want in a travel stop. There's no any sort of like retail shopping or anything like that, but most people don't do that, right? There are restaurants, there's a bathroom right behind us where you can go and use the bathroom. There's a convenience store. Yeah, it's an easy 9 out of 10 for amenities. The only things this site is missing are a solar canopy or something to cover the charger, some sort of a canopy, and level 2 AC. And even then, I don't think that level 2 AC is appropriate for this stop. There's just no way to justify spending that much time charging at this location. So even that really shouldn't be too much of a knock, but it's still a solid 9 for amenities. In terms of concentration though, this only has 4 chargers. That's Interstate 5, the main corridor with the highest population of electric vehicles of any state in the country, right? So you can't really justify having that few chargers. You know, I would consider at this point a site with 3 chargers to be dead average, 5 out of 10. This has a little bit more than that, 4 chargers. It should get a little bit better than average, but also just considering what kind of a route this is, hey, you need more than 4 chargers, so it's only going to get 6 out of 10 for concentration. In terms of location, though, can't argue with how important this spot is. This is one of the few chargers along Interstate 5 between the Bay Area and Los Angeles, or between Sacramento and Los Angeles, and in most of the other ones that there are only 50 kilowatts, so this is a super important charger. We need these on basically every exit off this freeway, so easy 10 out of 10 for location. Just, there's really not much more to discuss. In terms of speed, again, this is an Electrify America charger with 350 kilowatt chargers and 150 kilowatt chargers. They're the fastest public chargers currently available. You just can't do better than this. They charge faster than any vehicle that's currently deployed can actually charge. So it's again, for speed, it's an easy 10 out of 10. So that brings the total site score to 44 out of 50, which is really close to an A. It's 88% basically. So it's a really strong B. It's a really great charger, you know, and really it's one of those things where had they upped it by even 2 of these DC fast chargers, this might have been the first A site that I scored. So it's really close, and either way, it's an awesome site. I'm glad it's here. I don't know how well it will fit into my regular trips, but I'm sure this is going to help a lot of electric vehicle owners drive Interstate 5 between, like I said, Sacramento and Los Angeles. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, please like and subscribe. It really helps out the channel, and thank you for watching.